looked at the draw, they had a chance. Well, take us through the lineups, Glenn.
Alajuelense certainly is a well-organized team under Guillermo Farina. Look for them to play the counter tonight. The man pulling the strings in midfield, number 6, Bilmer Lopez. Very solid, tough to score goals against. Necaxa, on the other hand, Raul Arias. They have been solid, high-powered, 6 goals in 2 games. Tremendous pace and inventiveness on the flanks in Oliva and Vásquez. A great man up front, and number 9 is target man Agustín Delgado, the guy who pulls the strings, though, the Ecuadorian international.
Program down there, and certainly would open eyes if for some reason that World Club Championship, when everyone was expecting a team from the United States or Mexico to represent, all of a sudden there's little Alajuelense. Well, we're underway. What everyone's been waiting for. We have gone through the quarters and the semis unscathed. See him moving around, trying to get good position. Aguinaga takes it this time, a scorcher. Great reaction from Messing.
Well, you see that, just driven hard and low. He finds the midfielders are the guys that really glue this team together and allow the Olivas and the Sergio Vásquez's and the Alex Aguinagas the room to operate.
Aguinaga with the fake. The corner of the box, sets it back to Vásquez, high ball beats the defender, set back by Oliva, charging right foot shot, wider than near post by a matter of feet. Getting there maybe a little late from the back, I believe, was Villa.
Some quality combination play here, but watch this ball just being laid down by Oliva for the trailing run here. And I believe Germán Villa, the man who shoots that ball wide, joining in out of his defensive holding midfield spot, but Oliva dealing with the tight confines here at Sam Boyd Stadium. And certainly every team has them, but they've got a larger volume.
That's a good ball! Over the crossbar. I believe it was Aguinaga. I think it was Hernández crossing in from the right. So slowly but surely they start getting a little creeping in here at Sam Boyd Stadium. Should be gone from the players' eyes, I'd say, somewhere around the second half. High ball.
Play up.
Throw in by Vásquez. It's a good one. Good strong throw. Left-footed blast!
Caution in the 27th minute for Necaxa.
Left foot ball comes in! Far post, and Pineda showing up his counterpart, missing on that time.
Well, set piece is another way that somebody could win this one here. That one just driven with tremendous power right there. And a great reaction really has to develop. We don't have many goalkeepers who've really mastered that sort of side volley.
Delgado keeps it alive. Now Vásquez off the left foot. One hopper into the waiting us that time by Javier Delgado.
Boy, huge tackle.
Miso's loose. Cuts back. Marked very tight by Almaguer. He gets loose again, and the penalty kick. Miso has drawn it. He was held, and the biggest moment of the match just occurring, and it's in favor of the underdogs.
Well, one thing you don't want to do is you've got to get a second defender over to Miso, and you better get him over there faster. A little tug on the jersey. It certainly looks like it may have been embellished. But I'll tell you what, that's just something you can't risk in the penalty area. You never know how a referee's going to react to that. Well,
Josef Miso! Goal! Goal! The man from Slovakia has given the tiny nation of Costa Rica the lead in this Concacaf Champions Cup. We're early going, but this is going to mean a lot.
Necaxa, David Oliva, and Vásquez making some diagonal runs. That is an important thing to do on this field.
Short corner, Vásquez unmarked, sends it in. A muscular ball from Vásquez, got there in a hurry.
Well, these corners are shorter because this field's a little shorter.
Blocked. And that may be it. It is. Well, 45 minutes are in the books here in Las Vegas, and another surprise on its way. Alajuelense of Costa Rica. The Darlings leading superpower Necaxa of Mexico The right to advance to the World Club Championships lies in the balance, and Alajuelense are halfway there. Mexico City, Necaxa. The biggest 45 minutes in any Concacaf country, barring World Cup play, coming up. Fired from the back by Almaguer. I imagine we're going to see some desperation early on from Necaxa, at least taking some chances. And without even showing you highlights, when you talk about Toluca and the two strikers they have to shut them out, a great shot! Goal! Goal! We didn't have to wait long. Aguinaga on court one, and Aguinaga special from the middle of the box. A whole new ball game, and the wind out of the sails of the Costa Ricans.
Well, we talk about precision, having to beat this tight Costa Rican defense. Look at the precision of this play. No time and space. Aguinaga, something special.
Clearance that time by Chinchilla.
Well, we haven't seen that much. We haven't seen Vásquez get in behind the Alajuelense defense, and that's how you can get them a little bit disorganized, forcing them to turn and chase back.
Oliva drew the defender, sets it up, Villa in front. Goal! Oh no! Wait a minute, it's not a goal. Out comes Alajuelense. The offside flag was up. Little chip shot, in it comes! Messin would have not been able to get over if in the event it did sneak in, but it just went wide of the near post.
Well, and actually people thinking they may shoot, but it clipped in ball beautifully.
Pablo Chinchilla, that's the name of the tournament. Little collision there, and drawing it was Josef Miso. He's such an elegant runner, and oh boy! Germán Villa right in front of the referee. Let's see, oh boy! A silly foul for Germán Villa.
Error in judgment, but the thing I think that you have to even think about even farther is it's such a lack of respect for your teammates to do that.
They're gonna have to work doubly hard. Oh boy! Things go from bad to worse for Necaxa. Guillermo Fariña's pumped. And that's the second penalty they're gonna concede, Glenn, at the edge of the box. Aguinaga trying to get control. Wow. Aguinaga plays a little mind games with Miso, steps away, Miso steps up to the ball! Pineda saves, still alive over the crossbar! Pineda evens out the playing field and tells the referee his 2 cents.
And right there you saw Alex Aguinaga going up to Miso and just getting in his face because he believes he took a dive. But the thing is, hey, Necaxa
throwing things, I would with pleasure go in there and pull them out. Oh, good ball inside. Oliva doesn't get it. Vásquez does good! Goal! Sergio Vásquez in minute 66 gives Necaxa the 2-1 lead. Will it be enough?
Well, the sending off of Germán Villa and the missed penalty have opened this matchup like a can of worms, and it's certainly you're going to see Necaxa most likely take a little less risk in going forward now that they have the 2-1 lead.
Look at Necaxa pack it back. A sea of smartest stuff here is Wilmer Lopez goes to mark the short corner. It's taken full on. And Messin looking for someone to break, couldn't find it. Now he'll unload it to the left. Oh boy! Villa just laid out Carlos Castro. Certainly at least a yellow here.
Well, and I think the distribution that Alvaro Messin played out wide here.
Oh boy, yes.
To Castro is what puts him in this position where Carlos Castro just gets nailed.
And that was to the head. Wallace. That ball just stays inbound in front of Quiros. Can they use that speed now? They have to. That ball went through. Quiros was on an offside position. He couldn't get it. Still alive down in the box. Not able, it's going to be difficult to get through all these trees. Into nice setup. Valente! Sent wide, Wallace! Inside the 6-yard box, elevation, and Necaxa clears, and oh boy, Hart up front have been tremendous. Now some space provided on the right. Here's Wallace. Players getting over there late. Lopez. Isaguirre! In front, redirected that close. Quiros unmarked, almost got us on an even keel yet again.
Well, the speedy Quiros, look at this, look at that defender out wide, Vásquez keeping everybody on side as Quiros just peels off. This is really basically a time-wasting move, obviously, trying to hopefully kill a little bit of the clock.
Oh boy, Carlos Costa, much worse than we ever imagined. That is it! Necaxa are your 1999 Concacaf Club champions.
And they're back from being a goal down.
Well, I think it's safe to say the best team came out of here on top. We'll be back to wrap it all up and show you the award ceremony. Necaxa, your CONCACAF champs.